Alright, so what we're going to be talking about is thermal energy. Remember we did the lab yesterday where we took the sand, the clay, and the BBs, the metal BBs, and we looked and saw which one heated up the quickest, remember? We left it in the water. Okay? I know at table 2, sand heated up the fastest. Okay? And what does sand make? Like if I'm cooking at my house, sand makes what? Glass, right? Okay? So, and I know y'all said yesterday that some of y'all's parents use glass, right? Okay? When my daughter bakes a cake, she uses a glass Pyrex pan, right? Okay? Her muffins, however, turn out better in a stoneware pan. Okay, remember the stoneware? Anybody remember what stoneware was made out of? What is stoneware made out of? It's ceramic, and what is that made out of? Clay. Good job, Donovan. Okay? Right, my ceramic lizard is made out of clay. Okay? And then the BBs represented what? The metal, like the pots and pans that are normal that you find in a kitchen, right? Okay? So, what did I tell y'all thermal energy stood for? Heat, right? So, I remember it because the H makes heat, right? And then I'm going to tell you another trick. That T stands for what? Hot. Okay? Then, I introduced 2 words to y'all yesterday. I'm still not going to tell you what they mean because we got a few more labs to do. Okay? And the first word is conductor. Now, I'm writing this in red. What does red usually represent? Fire, something hot, right? Okay? And the other word is insulator. So, make sure you leave some space here. Like a train conductor, yes. And what does a train conductor do? So he makes the train travel. And what did we say thermal energy did yesterday? It traveled. It moved from one place to another. So that other word is insulator, right? Make sure you leave a little bit of space because we're going to come back to this. Okay? Now, we have said that thermal energy is the movement of heat. And anytime you hear the word thermal, you automatically think heat, right? Now, however, heat moves differently. So heat moves by, there's 3 of them. How many of them? How many of them? 3. 3 ways. The first one is conduction. Okay. The second one is convection. And the third one is radiation. Okay. So number 1 is conduction. I'm fixing to explain it to you. The second one is convection. Anybody ever heard of the term convection oven? Okay. And the last one is radiation. Okay? Now, conduction and remember these are all what? What do these do? They move, right? Okay? So in conduction, my heat is moving from solid to solid. Okay? So this is moving from a solid to a solid. That is conduction. Okay? So, an example of that. How many of y'all have gone outside to the playground on a really hot day? You get on the monkey bars and you're like, ooh, that's hot. And you, sometimes if it's so hot, you can get blisters right there on the palm of your hand, right? Okay? That's conduction. So what you just did, you conducted heat from the monkey bars that came from what? Transferred from the sun. Okay? So, an example of that is when you burn your hand on the monkey bars. Yes. The next one is convection. That's different. Liquids, so convection is liquids and gases. Okay? Liquids and gases. So this is the movement inside of a liquid and inside of a gas. Okay? So an example of this, how many of y'all turn on your heater in the winter? In just a minute. Okay? This is air from your heater. So, your heater is taking the air in your house and it's recycling it through a condenser and it's turning it into heat. Okay? Air from your house, from your heater. So this is the air from your heater. That's a good example. Okay? Now, radiation, however, is using what? A sunburn is an example of it. How'd you get the sunburn?
Going to the beach sometimes.
Okay, you're in the sun too much? Okay. Go. So radiation happens through space in waves. So your sunburn is from what? Is it actually from the sun? Or is it from the sun waves? Sun waves. Another example of this is...
You guys learn about solar radiation?
We're learning about thermal energy. Another example of that is your microwave.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay? So, your microwave.
Can you just write microwave?
Yeah. So, thermal energy is what?
Heat.
Heat. And it gets hot. Okay? We have conductors and insulators that move that heat or stop that heat from moving. And then heat moves by conduction, convection, or radiation. And it moves how? Why does it move?
So you get to different places.
Okay. Get to different places
To make a certain object hotter?
to make an object hotter.
So it can...
Okay. Okay, get where it needs to go. Activated to do that. Okay, so, like yesterday in our lab, I put hot water in the bowl, right? Okay? And then our items got hot. So what happened to the cold water? I mean to the hot water. It got cooler because the heat was doing what?
It was going away.
The heat was just going away? Traveling to what? It was traveling to the items inside the cups, right? All right. So, thermal energy.
Are you going to read Puppy today? Can I have his box?